guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Wimbledon. If you're still enjoying the series, drop a like on the video. One like equals one prayer. Anyway, now, this month we've only had a few games, mostly in the league, although we did have, of course, a trip to the new camp, which was... we can talk about that later. Anyway, enjoy the highlights of the games we played this month, and I'll join you guys in a sec for the Ghent game. Baltham needs to take more players on, really whips it in. Salvi! Yes! 79 minutes and Wimbledon have the lead at New Plough Lane. We've really struggled to break Villa down today, but we might have the goal that gives us the win. Well, there we go, guys. 1-0. Far from emphatic, but it's another crucial win towards retaining our title. Baltham finally goes past his man. Can he get a good cross in? Whips it in. Fabio's across and on the rebound, and it's 1-0 Wimbledon. We're having to rotate again because these stupid international games are literally turning our entire squad back with like 75 fitness, and I don't know why. Oh, Ballesta's hair. Oh dear, Haji's through, and that will be 1-1. That's a pain. The high line is definitely responsible for that, but I thought the defender could have done a bit better there. Oh, come on now. What on earth was that? Shouldn't have been a free kick, really, but Stoke have a 2-1 lead against us now. Annoying. Well, there we do. Stoke 2, Wimbledon 1. They were the better side on the night. They out-tacticsed us, but the fitness levels at the moment are appalling, and this international football is killing us. Don't let him slip it through the middle. Neymar's in, and that is 1-0 to Barcelona. That's a bit poor. Really, really poor from us there to get counter-attacked, but it's 1-0 Barca. Neymar with the goal. Salvi's ball. Headed away. Cleared away again. Masek. Blocked, and it's in, I think, off of Jose Marcelo. And yes, it is. It's Barcelona 1, Wimbledon 1. We're level at the new camp. If we could just not allow that to happen. Cabrera, well, tackle goes to Kisela. Ball across, oh dear. Straight through the defender, and it's 2-1 to Barcelona with Gerson. That's a bit poor. Neymar's ball in. Maya's header, and it's on the rebound. Weigl is in there, and it's now 3-1 to Barcelona. I think that's pretty much us done for this game. We're trying, but they're Barcelona, and we're away from home. Imbula on the edge of the box. Oh, now they're scoring them as well. They're just taking the piss now. Barcelona 4, Wimbledon 1 in this first half. Towards the end of this first half, they've just gone mental on us, and nothing we've done has made any difference. And there we go, Barcelona 4, Wimbledon 1. Just a very poor level of performance overall, and they got what they deserved. Fabio. Isla. Oh, he scored. 1-0 to Wimbledon here at Vicarage Road. That's what we needed. Philip Isla. This fixture congestion is just ridiculous at the moment. Alvi takes it short for Diallo. Will he pull it back across for someone? He does. Fabio's the man, and it's 2-0 at Vicarage Road. We look like we're going to get the win in this one, hopefully, because we really did need a win to get ourselves back on form again. Well, Fabio, there's got to be a runner here, and the runner is Philip Isla, and it's 3-0 to Wimbledon in the first half, and that should do it nicely. 4 goals this season for Isla, which is just fine and dandy. Oh, he's gone past 2 there. Great play, and that's a goal. That's a bit poor from us, really, but hey, as long as we don't let Watford back in the game, we're playing deeper, we shouldn't really be allowing this sort of chances to happen, but there you go, 3-1. There we go, Watford 1, Wimbledon 3. A good win, which was needed, but we really do need to pick up the form a little bit now. Right, guys, we are back, and yeah, we're going to do a question of the day first. Today's question is one I get asked reasonably frequently, and I wanted to just address it now, that way we don't have to address it again, which is, will you ever do a FIFA career mode? No. Not on this channel. This channel, I don't think I'll ever do anything other than Football Manager on this channel, unless that was a real demand from you guys to see me do something else, like a real demand, and I mean a vast majority, then I wouldn't change anything else. This is an FM channel, and that's what I do, and that's what I like doing. So yeah, no, I've kind of fallen out of love with FIFA this year. It looked like it was going to be really good, and then I just got bored with it so quickly. And as I said before, I only really play it when I'm cycling these days, because that's the only it just passes the time a little bit easier. So if you have any ideas for a question of the day, of course, drop those in the comments as well, with the hashtag QOTD. So, as you can see, we have lost the league game this month, but before we do that, there's a couple of things I want to quickly go over. You can take a quick look at the league table and some of the stats while I talk about this. Ballon d'Or nominations. Now, you know, a couple of years ago, Fabio got nominated for the Ballon d'Or. Well, he's been nominated again. But not only that, he's got a couple of buddies with him, one of which is Salvi, and the other which is 21-year-old Imran Baltham. He's 21 now, but at the time he would have been 20, I think, has been nominated for the Ballon d'Or. Not only that, but when you look at the shortlist for the Ballon d'Or and sort it by average rating, guess who's on top? Oh, it's Imran. Of course it's Imran. He's got a 7.89 over the course of 38 matches in the calendar year of 2024. I think there is a real possibility that Imran Baltham, at the age of 21, could win the Ballon d'Or this year, which would be absolutely, I mean, just on a different level of outrageous. And I wouldn't say he wouldn't deserve it. Fabio scored more goals than him, but Baltham's got 20 goals in 38 matches, a shitload of assists, and just great performances in general. Now, 32 points on the board so far. We're 4 points clear at the top of the league. We're looking good. I feel like the title is there. We've just had a few little slip-ups. Against Villa, we were lucky to get the... well, not lucky, we deserved it, but it was just a bit poor from us in terms of not getting the win earlier. However, Against Stoke, now, Stoke were the better side, make no mistake about it, and we shouldn't have allowed Haji in behind. We were about to drop to the deep line, but they caught us before we could, and then we kind of had to change things up. But the problem I'm finding now, and as you can see, the Barcelona game was just a piss take, and by that I mean they were just so much better than us. But also the scheduling. Now, what is with this? We play a Champions League game on a Wednesday. Fair enough, that happens all the time. But why the hell is there a Premier League game on a Friday? Like, that doesn't happen. If it's a Champions League game, you get the Sunday fixtures, do you not? That's just all Monday. Never the Friday game. That was ridiculous. So we had to play basically that game with a weakened side. We actually managed to get the win in the end, but a little bit annoying. The other thing I've noticed is now, I don't know why, because this never happened last season, is that players are coming back off of international duty with shocking levels of fitness. Not match fitness, their actual like overall condition. Like, before the game against Stoke, which again I had to change the team around completely, we were running with like players like, for example, Fabio came back with 72% fitness. What? I don't understand where that's all come from. Last year that never happened, so I don't know what's up with that. It's very, very odd, because as far as I know, the fixtures aren't any different, so I'm not really sure what's wrong there. Fabio's got 11, Baltham has 6, Salvi 5, Peter 5, Isla 4, all looking good. Fabio has 7 assists as well. He's carrying this team in times, but then he always has done. But then it's nice to see that spread a little bit more. Masic's getting a few more assists this year, which is worth knowing. Last 5 matches, Salvi and Masic are still doing well, but they're not above 8, and that's what I like to see. So, yeah, I don't know what that's... We'll have a look at what the sort of levels of fitness are like today. I dread to think, to be honest. Oh dear, they're still playing that system. They played this in the first leg, and I have no idea. It's one of those ones where I don't really know how to deal with it. So let's see what we got this time. Okay, we're not doing too bad, but look, Salvi, 86%. I didn't even play him in the last match. Or did he? No, he did. No, apologies. I did start him because I couldn't find... Everton wasn't available for that one either. It's a real case of having to rotate a lot at the moment. And it might be a bit... Which is odd, because we didn't really have to do this as much last season, even though it's the same type of fixtures. But there you go. That's just how it is. I just don't understand why they're coming back from international duty with such low fitness. Kenneth had a little spell on the sidelines due to injury, but we're going to get him back in the form today. Achabar is not going to play at fullback at all. Thank God we're actually in good form in that position. Achabar's done decently. Manquillo and Iseki. We're going to put Iseki in for today's game, although I am going to put Achabar on the bench instead of Diallo, because he can play multiple positions. And I'm also absolutely going to get Everton on the bench instead of Isla, because I want to make sure that we can get Everton on instead. Although Isla has been superb, take nothing away from the lad, he's been outrageously good. We're the favourites, and bloody right as well. We absolutely have to win this game, because the result against Barcelona really has tanked our form. But to be fair, even a draw, a 0-0 draw would see us through, I think, because of the Now, I was never sure what to do with this. Now, what I ended up doing in the last game was just sticking with the high line, because they didn't seem to be really affecting it that badly in that game. So we're going to just kind of go with what we do from the start. As you can see, 86% fitness for Salvi is not good. If we get ourselves into a comfortable position, Salves is coming off, because we need him fit for the league games, because I really do want to retain the title this year, and I think there's a good chance of that. But if we were to go on a poor run because of the lack of fitnesses or injuries or whatnot, well, it's actually not so much that. If we went on a poor run, it would obviously just be down to bad form, but it could also be down to the fact that the lack of fitness means I would have to play some of them, but then they might get injured and then they'd be missing, and that could then lead to poor things happening. Salvi, can you pull it across maybe? He can, you know. Oh, what are you doing, Alessandro? Ballon d'Or. Ballon rubbish. That was, yeah, I don't know. Is it the Golden Bin was an award they used to give out in Italy, or they may still do, for like a player that's just voted as like the biggest flop of a season. Not that I'm saying Salvi should get that, of course not. I do want to see a bit more from him this season though. Well, not than last year, but just more than he's shown us so far this year. Okay, we'll get to the half an hour mark and we can kind of work it out from there. We're still above them in this at the moment. It's certainly not the emphatic group that we had last time, ironically, considering we were in the top pot this time, but that's just the luck you're dealt. Hello, Zenit are beating Barcelona. It doesn't make any difference though, because we physically cannot finish above Barca in this group. Okay, so that's the first thing we're going to change. He says that I generally always listen there. Just putting it on mix. Zenit are 2-0 up against Barca. Barca just don't give a fuck, do they? Probably put out their weakest side, to be honest. Right. We've been okay so far, but we've not been super good. That's better from Zissa. Nice to see him actually getting somewhere. Salvi. Their wingers are dropped very deep. So I want the wingers are basically almost playing like fullbacks at times, and I wonder if we can push them even deeper by getting the overlaps going a bit more. Maybe saying look for the overlap will allow us to exploit the flanks and push for the overlaps, perhaps. Might make a difference. Peter into the channel for Salvi. Please don't shoot this time. There we go. Ball across. Baltham! Ballon d'Or on its way, hopefully. Imran Baltam's 7th goal of the season already. I think 20 this year is, again, a massive possibility for him, and that is what we needed. That is the goal that could send us through to the next round of the Champions League. Again, I tell you what, for a bottom pot team, they've had a bloody good campaign in the Champions League, and fair play to them. That's going to help their coefficient crazy. Lovely bit. This is what I mean about Peter and his hockey assists. Spraying the ball out wide to Salvi. Salvi's crossing, and Baltham gets on the end of it. It does mean that Peter's rarely ever in the box to get there, but sometimes he does, and I wish they counted hockey assists and stuff like that, because it'd be very interesting to see the stats on those second assist players. So Ghent are playing the long ball. That's fair. We're playing a fair amount of the long ball as well, actually. Some of our passes are very much long-rangey ones. So what I might do, actually, is try the exploiting the flanks and look for the overlap, just to push them back into those corners. Drop the tempo down a little bit, and just see how we do. If it gets to sort of like 60 minutes and it's still looking a little bit dicey at 1-0, then we'll drop back and just try and sit on it, basically, because this is a game that we don't need to go and win 2-0. We only need to win this 1-0. But at the same time, I don't want to drop back too early and give them a hope. But if they start hitting more balls like... Okay, so what the hell was that? Baltham's probably just done us a favour there by getting a foul in there, but what on earth? It looked like he was dealing with that perfectly well. Masek with a huge tackle. Oh, hit this over the top. Peter's got the pace. One touch, sets himself and finishes. He missed a sitter like that against Villa, but he's back. That is what I want from Alexander Peter. 6th goal of the season from him. I want to see at least sort of 15 overall. Lovely little ball through from Masek. That's his 4th assist of the season. I think he got less than that in the entirety of last season. A lovely little finish with the outside of the foot, and it is 2-0 to Wimbledon now, and we should now be heading through to the next round of the Champions League. Oh, apologies for that. Okay, so Alexander Peter is actually looking like man of the match performance so far. The players have been excellent. Nobody's looking good. Everyone's looking calm and motivated. That is delightful. Now then, Ghent have not really offered anything so far today. We're getting a lot of crosses in, but it is from both wings and generally with those longer passes. And I do wonder if... Just a thought. Just a thought here. We're going to drop slightly deeper. We're going to close down a little bit less, but I'm also going to up the passing to a more direct style of passing. Because I wonder, because did you notice that we were getting a lot of successful passes, but they're generally quite long ones. So I wonder if we sit a little bit deeper to draw them out towards us a little bit, then hit those balls over the top. Is there anything else I should really have on for that? No, I think we're okay. Yeah, that's fine. We'll go with that for now. It was just an idea. Plus it helps us defensively as well, but... Oh, hang on. Did I turn the offside trap off? No, I didn't. Right. Whew, that could have been dangerous. It's just an idea to try this out in the second half and see if this is a way to sort of ping these kind of teams, because they have to do something. If they want to go through, they have to do something, and I feel like they're going to try and build up some pressure, and that will allow us to break over the top if we can win the ball back off of them, which makes me wonder if I should maybe keep the closing down actually on quite a high level. Gomez now to Baltham to Masek. Look out wide. Somebody look out wide. Peter, Salvi's making the run. Salvi's in, one touch, and skewed it wide. Those would have been going in last season. He's just not quite on that level yet, which is interesting. He might actually come off in a second as well, because that fitness, though, that is not something I want to be messing with at this point. In fact, I'm going to get him off now. He's had an okay game, but we just need that little extra bit of security. And to be honest with you, Fabio, he's done well today again, but I want to make sure he's fresh for the more important games. And my next substitution as well is probably going to be Ballester on for Cabrera. Just to make sure we're 2-0 up, we want to keep these guys fresh for the league now that it looks like we're pretty solid in this match. Here we go. Peter. I want to see him maybe get another one, really start to show something. Out wide to Everton. Look at these extra players in there. Just whip it across. Baltham. Oh, he's missed it. Imran, that could have been another goal towards you getting the Ballon d'Or, son. Then again, he's still doing it. 8.3 is still going to push his average rating slightly further up. Everton at the back post. Oh my goodness me. That long ball though. Wimbledon 3, Ghent 0. Everton's 4th of the year for a player that doesn't play very often. He certainly does have a good goal scoring record for us, I tell you. I don't know who's got the assist on that one. Might have been Masek again, actually. No, it was actually Kenneth with a gorgeous little puck out. I think it was a first time finish as well. Everton, beautiful, and it's 3-0 here at New Plough Lane, and that's a bit more like it from us. We've made the best of what we had. Masek again has had a stonker of a game. Would you expect any less from the lad? I'm surprised he wasn't nominated for a Ballon d'Or, to be honest, but I just don't think he does enough in terms of actual numbers, so goals and assists are just so poor for him. Oh, Baltham! And this time Imran Baltham does have his 2nd of the game and his 8th of the season. I think... riddle me this, guys. Do you guys think that Imran Baltham is good enough to win the Ballon d'Or? And secondly to that, do you think that he will win the Ballon d'Or? Or do you think that a player at 21 years old... I mean, do you think that would be like an incredible achievement for Imam Baltham to win the Ballon d'Or at 21 years old? Given where he was in his development at the start of last season, I'd say that would be an absolute incredible achievement. And I'd be very, very happy for that, because I feel like there's more to come from him, and that is a worry. And by that, I mean worry for everybody else. Kenneth now with the ball at his feet, and he's been fouled by Stevie Argo, but it doesn't matter, because it is 4-0 to Wimbledon, and a thoroughly convincing result. That's actually our biggest win of the season, I think. So there we go, Wimbledon 4, Ghent 0, and you can't ask for more than that, really. Baltham was man of the match, because of course he is. Peter also got an 8.9 though, so not to be sniffed at. He really does chalk up some great performances overall, which is fantastic. So we're through with an identical record to Barca. So, God, if we'd have just done a little bit better at the Nou Camp, we could have had a chance at winning the group. But that's the way the cookie crumbles and all that jazz. So, God, we're in the Capital One Cup semi-final, which means another two-legged affair. Oh, no, it's not. We're playing Everton away. I'm not going to bum the game off or anything. I'm just going to play an incredibly rotated team, because we may not have a choice in the matter. So, next episode... we have to, don't we? We have to. Yeah, that's 5 games. That's fine. Last game of the year, it will be against Manchester United. We might find out who gets the Ballon d'Or by then, I don't know, but there's more time for Baltham to get his groove on, so to speak. So we've got Blackburn at home next, then Everton away in the League Cup. Then we've also got Ipswich Town, who are struggling like crazy, Spurs and Fulham. So some winnable games in there to hopefully keep us plugging away at the top of the league. I want to see us beat Blackburn, Ipswich and Fulham, hopefully. Spurs at home, maybe even win that one too. And Everton in the League Cup is, I really don't care what happens in that. But if we were to get through, if we got to the semis, I might take it seriously, just because it's a chance at another silverware. But it's extra fixtures at this time, which we don't really need. So, Manchester United at home in the next game. I think that seems fun. That's the top of the table clash. So guys, if you have enjoyed this episode, and I really hope you have, do drop a like on the video. That would be superb. And if you'd like to even more than that, subscribe to the channel for more videos like this in your inbox every single day at 7 o'clock, and I will join you guys in the next episode for a game against Manchester United. That sounds like it's going to be a cracker. See you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.